Yo, what is up, everybody? Ceresco back again. Another chapter from the story Don't Turn Around, written by Jacob Harris. Remember to check out the links in the description. Show love to the author. Like, comment, and subscribe. Chapter 6. Aika had cut her trip to Sayuri's house short to meet with Hannah. Though she had told Sayuri she had plans to see Hannah, Aika had no such meeting planned. But the revelation that Shizuri and Shizuko knew one another was information Aika knew Hannah had to hear. The two agreed on the phone to meet at a local coffee shop to talk. So, Yuri was friends with Shizuko. The two were young. This is information we can use. How? I can tell that Shizuri's getting ready to do something stupid. He might even be thinking about going to the police. But if we get that picture and show it to the police, that could get them to stop harassing us and focus only on Shizuri. That shows that Shizuri had a connection with Shizuko, while the two of us had no direct link to her. The police? I don't think we should get them involved. Can't be helped. They've been sticking their noses in our business ever since that day. This is the only way to get them to leave the two of us alone. But what if the police don't believe us? There's no way to prove that the picture's even real. They could accuse us for forging it. We would start to look even more guilty than before if we try to make Shizuri look like the only one responsible. Alright, then what do you suggest we do, If we can get that picture, then we can threaten to go to the police if Shizuri decides to confess. I know it sounds harsh, but we have to do whatever it takes to ensure that none of us takes the blame for what happened. How do you intend we get that picture? Look, let's wait until she comes back to school. When I saw the picture, it was with her schoolwork. I'm sure she'll bring it to school with her. Alright, then it's settled. We use the picture to blackmail Shizuri to keeping her mouth shut. Such a good plan that I should have come up with it myself. Chocolate tastes even better when you know you're gonna live as long as safe, the free way God intended to. Hannah-chan, do you really think Nami killed herself? Of course she did. Saw how strange she was acting? She couldn't handle the guilt. But the same thing won't happen to us, understand? You just have to keep telling yourself that we didn't do anything wrong. Why do you ask? Do you think something else happened that night? A few days later, Shizuri returned to school. There were more than a few strange looks from classmates, as well as whispers behind her back. Everyone had heard how she was the one who had discovered Nami's body, and most thought she was more than a bit suspicious. During a break from class, Aika invited Shizuri to the roof to finish the talk they started a few days earlier. You know, I've been getting these strange feelings lately. It's almost like someone is watching me. When I turn around, there's no one there. Call it a guilty conscience, even paranoia, but no matter how hard I try, this feeling won't go away. Have you been thinking about confessing? Never. Have you thought about telling the police? The lack of an answer was nearly as damaging as answering yes. Aika took Shizuri by the shoulders, said, "You can't think about doing that. Not at a time like this. Police don't have any evidence that we had anything to do with what happened to Shizuko. With time, it will all just go away." As Aika and Shizuri conversed on the roof, Hana began a mad rummage through Shizuri's bag. It took no time for her to find what she was looking for. How cute. Those two must have been good friends. Wonder how little Shizuko would have felt if she had known what Shizuri was gonna do to her once they grew up. Aika then told Shizuri, "You have to promise me that you won't confess what we did. No matter how much you think it would free your soul from guilt, only bad things will happen. Happen to Nami? That won't happen to the rest of us." But Shizuri wanted to tell Aika what happened to Nami wasn't a result of a guilty conscience, but the result of a vengeful spirit. But believing that her theory that it was something supernatural, the blame could only be dismissed as nonsense. So Shizuri chose to keep what she had to say to herself. Hana arrived shortly thereafter. I thought I'd find you two up here. Hey, Shizuri-chan, guess what I found? Let me give you a hint. It's something that's gonna make sure none of us get into trouble. He then pulled out the picture of Shizuri and Shizuko from behind her back. What are you doing with that? Shizuri asked, and made a desperate lunge to get the picture back. Unfortunately, he was unable to take it. He then turned to Aika. Did you tell her about it? Why? It was for your own good, Shizuri-chan. Me and Hana thought you might be getting ready to go to the police, so we had to do something to keep you from doing it. Bingo! Aika told me about the little talk you two had the other day. He told me how you and Shizuko used to be the best of friends. So, you're still thinking about going to the police? Then we'll show them this picture. It proves that you knew Shizuko. All me and Aika have to do is tell the truth. We didn't know her, and all. There won't be anything the police can do. They'll have to clear us, while you take all the blame. I wonder what they'll make up as a motive. Maybe unrequited love gone wrong. Look, don't feel bad, Shizuri-chan. Now we can finally move on. Can't believe you told her. You know, you shouldn't keep secrets, said Hana. It isn't very nice. A good friend should always tell you everything, just like Aika did. You told her everything? Even about the ghost? Ghost? What are you talking about? After not receiving an answer from Shizuri, Hana turned to Aika. What is she talking about? Aika was just as hesitant as Shizuri was to answer such a question. Answer me. Shizuri thinks maybe it was Shizuko's ghost that killed Nami, not suicide, like everyone thinks. Are you serious? You can't be. That's the stupidest. Hana stopped herself before finishing. The delight she'd just been showing was quickly wiped away. You would have to be crazy to think such a thing. Do you want us to think you're crazy? Rather than look into Hana's angry eyes, Shizuri turned her gaze to the ground. Look, if the police ever figured out what's happened that day, you're gonna stick to your story that Shizuko came back to seek revenge. They'll end up locking you away in an asylum with me and Aika given the death sentence. You're gonna be laughing while me and Aika hang. No, that's not true. Hey Aika, Shizuri plan is a pretty good one, don't you think? Maybe we should follow her lead. Hana then pointed at Shizuri. Look out, there's a ghost behind you. Whatever you do, don't turn around you'll end up like Nami. Shut up! Anna then tripped Chizuru, sending her crashing to the ground. Do you really want to do this with me? Even if there was a ghost, it would be the least of your problem. I'm the one you should be afraid of. Come on, Hana-chan, let's go, said Aika. You had better take what I said seriously. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end, chapter 6.